That is hardcore.
This is hardcore shit.
But for me, it gets harder and harder to resist.
Welcome to Hardcore Horror with Mike and Bridget. My name is Bridget, and I'm with Mike. No, wait. My name is Mike, and I'm with Bridget. Hey, Bridget, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, Mike? How's it going?
Good here. What about you?
Pretty good. So we got some fun stuff happening tonight.
Yeah, well, we got Tony from the Hacks Horror Show. He's going to be on. He does a horror host and all kinds of horror-related stuff. We'll talk to him a little bit later on.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk to him. I've kind of checked him out a little bit earlier, and he's got a lot of stuff going on, so I'm really excited to talk to him. But
yeah, as soon as I met him, he's a very approachable guy. He's very cool, down to earth, and just very nice dude. So anyway, I wanted to say, the last podcast I'd said we were going to do one the next week, and then we didn't do one for like 3 weeks.
Yes,
yes, but that's okay. Things happen. And we just, got kind of caught up with other things. But
so that probably means that you've probably watched double or triple the movies.
Right? I got a long list of movies to go through. Yes.
Okay. All right.
So I have a question for you before we start the movie thing.
Okay. Sure.
My question to you is this: why is horror so gay?
I guess it depends what your definition of gay is. Horror is really for everyone. You can say it's happy, it's sad, it's scary, it's gay. It fits in everything. So, how are you going to answer that question if I asked you that? That's why I'm like, whoa, you caught me off guard on that one. So,
well, what I'm talking about is, I don't think that a lot of people realize when we talk about horror, how many people that make it, create it, and are part of it represent so many different ways of life. And it's so interesting because when you look at all of the horror movies, and there are some new ones now that are, kind of expanding as far as being more inclusive with everything. But, it's kind of weird when you think about all of these different writers and directors and just people and actors and just people that are a part of it that, have a gay lifestyle. Now, did you know some of these people going back to way back?
Well, I can tell you, I can rattle off a couple.
Okay.
If we want to talk about that, one, it's funny because I was watching the trailer for it. I feel like it's 1972, maybe 71 is Pink Flamingos.
Okay. John Waters.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You had the transvestite. Another one that comes to mind for me is, it's funny because I would watch this movie as a kid, but you don't really realize that there's a lot of symbolism in the movie. It's Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. That was pretty blatant, but yeah.
Well, as a child, I didn't really realize that until I come back and watched it as an adult. But I freaking love the movie. I watched a documentary on it a few years ago. I think it was on Shudder. Now the main character, I can't even remember his character's name. How terrible is that? But in real life, he is gay, and that kind of really bothered him. He never really done a lot of acting after that.
Oh, right. Mark Patton. Yeah.
Yeah. Mark Patton. Yes. It was a really good documentary, but no, I do think that with horror, there's so many different people, and they're really trying to broaden the audience. You don't want just, men or women or black or white or gay or straight or whatever. I mean, you just want to cover your entire audience, because if you're a movie producer, you want people to love your movie. If you're a movie director, you want people to love your movie, not just a certain type of people. You want everyone to love it, I guess.
Right.
I don't know. I'm trying to think outside the box on that one, but
let's run through a few of these people that are gay. F.W. Murnau,
mm-hmm.
the guy who directed Nosferatu. way back in the day.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know that. I had no idea he was gay. I love that movie.
Now I say allegedly because obviously behind closed door, who knows what, but that is what I read. James Whale. Do you know who James Whale is?
No.
He was the director of Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein.
Oh, okay.
Stuff like that.
Oh, okay. See, I had no idea.
There was that movie, Gods and Monsters, about him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he was openly gay. Yeah. And Clive Barker.
See, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, he did Hellraiser, Nightbreed, all these different movies. Don Mancini.
Oh, really?
The guy who created Chucky.
Okay, I didn't know that. I could kind of see that, though. I could see that.
Yeah. Alan Ball. He's not the guy that wrote, but he's the showrunner, the guy who created True Blood.
That's exactly what I thought. Actually, as soon as you said Alan Ball, I was like, "That's who that is." But I didn't know. I had no idea he was gay. But
yeah, Brian Fuller. He's the one who tackled that Hannibal TV show.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay.
Ryan Murphy, the guy who does American Horror Stories, Scream Queens.
Now that I did know. Wasn't it him and his partner or something?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay. Okay.
Kevin Williamson.
Okay.
He's the guy who wrote Scream, Scream 2, Scream 4. Did the Vampire Diaries, Cursed, that werewolf movie with Christina Ricci.
Okay, yeah.
He did The Following with Kevin Bacon. People like that. Allegedly, even Mary Shelley and Bram Stoker, even though they were in a heterosexual marriage, allegedly they were as well. So there's just so many throughout all of, and that's just touching the surface of them. It could go on and on, but it's you don't think about it, but it really is a huge part of the horror landscape, and while we have had sprinkles of movies that do associate with that, and also they have definitely, like you said, progressed, and there's a lot more stuff now. Like, have you seen that movie What Keeps You Alive? That's a great movie.
I feel like I have seen it. Give me a real quick. What's that?
It's just these two married couple. Like, basically, one is trying to kill her wife in the woods. That's really giving it away. That is a spoiler, but but it's I think it's on Shudder right now, or it was on Netflix for a while. Anyway, that's a great movie, and that is not characters. Characters. You know what I mean? That is well drawn out characters. Spiral, which is also not the Saw movie with Chris Rock. Not the Saw movie, but The Spiral is a movie that came out recently. It's on Shudder, I think, as well. But there's a lot of them. There's more and more coming out. But so my question to you is, why do you think that is? Why do you think that? Why do you think that gay people are so drawn to horror?
I don't. Why am I so drawn to horror? I don't know.
Well, I don't know, but I know why I am, and I can tell you. And telling you what I am may be why some people that identify as gay feel that way. Because for me, horror was always about being an outsider.
Yeah, being different. That's what I was going to say. Just because we're different. Yeah.
Being different, being on the outskirts of the norm. Like especially when you fall in love with monsters, and the monsters obviously don't, blend into society, and people fear them, and there's all this sort of pathology to it, that makes sense really when you dig down deep into it. Like, there really is like a lot of things that make sense when you think about it, right?
Yep. I'm like you though, and I think it has a lot to do with just being different, being an outsider. It's funny because today, I think being gay, you're not so different today, but for me being a female my age, loving horror, extreme horror the way I do, I'm definitely an outsider, but you know what? I embrace it. I love it. I don't care, it is. And that's one thing I've taught my daughter too, is that, it's okay to be different. It is.
Right.
It's okay to be different.
Well, I mean, we've definitely progressed as a culture here in the United States, but I can't really say today that it's embraced, considering the fact that 14 countries just banned Buzz Lightyear's new movie because of a gay kiss.
Oh.
So,
have you seen the new Buzz Lightyear?
I have not seen it. I just heard that it was banned in 14 countries.
Oh, well, okay. Well, I haven't seen it either, so now I'm gonna have to go and watch it.
There you go.
We're talking about gay directors. There's one that just kind of comes to mind because I love lower budget indie horror films. One of my favorite one, and I'm almost 100% sure that the director is gay. Is the movie Found? Have you seen it? It was a great movie. So good, so good.
Yeah, I didn't know. I don't know the director, but yeah, I know the movie.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, you want to get into this movie stuff? What
Yeah.
you've been watching?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Okay. Well, I'm going to run through these, but I'm going to run through them really quick for most of them because there's a lot,
Okay, sure thing.
Okay. All right. So, revisits of Don't Breathe, The Bride of Frankenstein. I watched The Unseen, which is a 1980s movie. It was okay. I can barely remember too much about it. It's been so long. A trail of female reporters find themselves staying overnight in a hotel occupied by a hostile being lurking in the basement. It's 80s, so it's kind of has that feel. Rewatched Afflicted, which is a found footage movie. I just watched it because I watched that documentary recently and it made me think of it again. Okay, still not the greatest. Not horror, but extreme movies was the Gumo and the Kids. Did you watch that Gumo movie?
I started to, but
wasn't for you?
Well, no. Oh, I would totally watch it. I'd totally watch it. But when you're on a date, when you're on a date, I'm all about watching all the crazy stuff. That's the bad thing about me being an extreme. My date's can we watch something else? So, but no, it's still on my list. So I definitely want to see it for sure.
Well, yeah, it's a very crazy movie, and I think it's not linear. I mean, to say a plot, I don't really know, but you'll find some characters, and then you go, I know that guy for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
And obviously filmed in in Nashville there. Next film I watched was called Five Across the Eyes. This was also filmed in Tennessee. This was filmed over in Morristown, Tennessee, where Evil Dead was filmed. The teenagers are lost in a shortcut they took on the way back home. The unexperienced Belle is driving her mother's van and is worried about the late hour. The quintet decides to stop at an isolated store to ask for directions, and Belle accidentally bumps one headlight of a parked SUV. The girls decide to leave the place and drive in the dark in a lonely road, trying to reach the main road. They decide to make a U-turn, and then they are chased by the driver of the SUV, along with a night of terror.
Okay.
This is a low budget film from Tennessee. I'm going to ask if you know these guys: Greg Swenson and Ryan Thiessen.
Ryan Thiessen sounds familiar to me. So what was that? Was it five? It was called Five
Across the Eyes.
Five Across the Eyes. Okay, I'm gonna have to look it up because the name sounds so familiar.
Well, on IMDb, it doesn't show that they've ever made another movie after this.
Okay.
I mean, they got distribution for it and everything. I wasn't really a fan of it personally, mostly because actually, it was really realistic, honestly, which made it the most annoying because the girls were screaming the entire fucking movie, like the entire time. Which, honestly, that's realistic, right? If people are chasing, trying to kill you, you would be screaming the entire time. You wouldn't be screaming 2 or 3 minutes. But to listen to it for an hour and 35 minutes, yeah, it's a little grating.
That is how I feel about Rob Zombie's remake of Halloween Part 2. Oh my God. I was like, there's too much squalling and crying. I just can't get past it.
This one overdoes that. This one is constant because the whole movie's inside the car. So there is no cutaways. I mean, it's just, I like the antagonist rather. I like her. I thought that was Just get it away. Anyway, I like the antagonist, but other than that, yeah, it was just a little bit grating. Okay, moving on. Alligator. I watched Alligator again. 1980 Alligator. You seen that movie? You see it? Was
Yes.
it TV movie? Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah, I love that movie too. I haven't seen that in forever. I might have to rewatch that one.
It's on Shudder right now. I love
Okay.
it. It's great.
Cool.
Alligator. Then I watched Alligator 2, which isn't that great. I don't think I ever saw that one before. I watched a movie called Eye of the Cat from 1969. A man and his girlfriend plan to rob the mansion of the man's eccentric but wealthy aunt. However, the aunt keeps dozens of cats in her home, and the man is deathly afraid of cats. It's kind of funny because he's just afraid of cats.
Did somebody remake that movie or no?
I don't know. It's possible. But I mean, this is in color. It has 69, so it has more of the 70s feel, really. But and very incestuous since his aunt is obsessed with this.
She's
guy.
like the crazy cat lady, right?
Well, she has a lot of cats for sure. Up next was Fingerprints. This was a 2006 movie. Fresh out of rehab, a young woman moves back in with her parents and sister and soon becomes involved in a mystery that has left people in her town paralyzed. I think it checks off all the horror tropes. I don't think it's anything original, but I thought it was okay, serviceable. I liked it. I wasn't offended or didn't hate it. Next thing I watched was Romeo's Distress.
Oh, did you like it?
you recommended this movie.
Yeah. What did you think? It's not for everyone.
Okay,
I told
first
you
of all,
it's not for everyone.
Are you a part of the production?
No, not at all.
Are you friends with anybody in the movie?
No.
Oh, okay, all right. I didn't. Not really. I mean, the last 15 minutes is pretty good. Mm-hmm. To me, but I did figure out the twist, before. But tell me what it is it really clicks with you about that movie.
I don't know. I like the main character. She kind of feels sorry for him because he's so weird and quirky. Mm-hmm. But then he's just like a fucking weirdo. I don't know. And I like the way it's filmed. I thought it was shot really beautifully. And it's, these are all, it's even the, his grandmother, the aunt, mm-hmm. I think that was the director's grandmother. So these are people that just, it's so low budget. These are people that are, just friends with the director, and maybe they got paid. I don't know, but they all just seem like they had a really good time. And I appreciate that from low budget, but I just thought it was shot really, really good. I like where it starts off black and white. It kind of gives it that gothic feel. I liked it though.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that lead guy being in a trauma movie or something, I could see that from him, but I don't know. It was tonally a little weird for me.
Yeah.
Up next was Campfire Stories. This one came out in 2001. This is a low budget. This is actually a really low budget film, which is kind of weird because it has a lot of sort of bigger name actors in it, but maybe before they really got their start. Probably just a rip off of that Campfire Tales that came out in the late 90s. But this one has Jamie Lynn Sigler, which is that girl from The Sopranos, and it's got two of the guys from the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, okay.
Charlie Day and the other guy, which I'm blanking on his name. But there's other people in here too that you'd recognize, and it's really low budget. I was actually surprised that they were in it. But again, this was 2001, so I guess they were just getting their start there.
And this is Campfire Stories, not Tales.
Right. Campfire Tales is the other one that, has, is Amy Smart or Jamie Lee Presley? I don't remember. I can't remember, but that one's one where they're around the campfire. And this is kind of the same thing, but kind of the same premise, but most of the shorts I wasn't a big fan of. The one at the end was the best one, I think, but to be so low budget, they definitely had a lot of people. Up next was The Northman, which is that new movie, the Eggers movie.
Yeah, did you like it?
I mean, I liked it all right. I mean, I thought it was. I mean, it's beautifully shot. I wouldn't call it horror, maybe horror adjacent because of everything that's implied in it. Um, it's a well made movie. I mean, I guess the plot is simple, and I think that's why probably a lot of people don't like it. There's not much to the plot, I guess, really. I mean, but I liked it okay. I think it was a big flop, though. I don't think it did very well. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I didn't hate it. Up next, Tokyo Gore Police. This was a rewatch of Tokyo Gore Police. Have you seen this movie?
No.
You have not seen Tokyo Gore. You have to watch
but
this.
but you know what? It's that when I was looking at my watch list earlier, because anytime someone recommends a movie for me, maybe you recommend it. I'm not sure. I just always keep a running list going. That way, if I'm sitting around at night, I'm like, what am I going to watch? I can just pull up my list. But that is actually on my list to watch.
Okay, it's on Tubi. In the future Tokyo, a young woman in the privatized police force tracks down her father's killer while battling against mutant rebels known as engineers. So it's this weird thing where these engineers, whenever they get basically killed, they transform into these mutants. Mm-hmm. And there's one in particular that once you see it, you can't unsee it. You've probably even seen a picture of this girl. I don't even want to give it away, but you need to watch that movie. It's over the top in gore and blood spraying everywhere. It's not as comedic as a trauma movie. I mean, it is. The premise itself is just silly, but it takes itself a little bit more serious than trauma, but it's still too over the top to be anything straight. But I like it. Like I think it's great. I think it's a great movie.
Yeah, it's fun. It's funny that's on my list. After listening to you talk, I think that I read a lot. I read a lot of articles and writers who write about movies and things, and that was something that I read on like top 10 most disturbing scenes or whatever. one of those, and so that's probably how it made my list. I'm sure.
Yeah, and the gore and stuff. I mean, it's not like a martyrs type of movie. I mean, it's more fun than that. But but yeah, there's a lot of gross. Up next was Torn Hearts. This is that new movie by Brea Grant. This is I don't know if it's shot in Nashville, but it's based in Nashville. Follows a country music duo who seek out the private mansion of their idol and end up in a twisted series of horrors that force them to confront the limits they go for their dreams. This was a pretty decent little indie flick. It's got Katie Siegel in it.
Okay.
Yeah. And Joshua Leonard from Blair Witch. I liked it. It's just about these two country singers. They go to this house of this other woman who was in a duet, famous duet country singer, but her partner's dead, and they go to her to try to get her advice, but mostly to try to get her to record with them so they can, boost up their game, and things go awry.
Yeah, I've seen it. So I've seen the trailer to this one. This is new, right?
Yeah, it's very new. Yeah.
Okay. I've seen the trailer to it, so I definitely so it's worth a watch then. That's your recommendation. Cool.
Yeah, I think so. Okay. I mean, it's not fantastic or anything, but I liked it. I liked it. Up next was a little new film called Dash Cam.
Okay.
Have you heard?
Yes, Dash Cam. Yes, I've seen the trailer to it, but I haven't actually watched it. Okay.
Two friends embark on a horror-fueled road trip and live stream the most terrifying night of their lives. This is found footage. So
I know I have a hard time. I watched the trailer to it. I have a hard time with the found footage, and some of them are okay though.
Yeah, some of them are. I like this one.
Okay, all right.
So it's about this girl who is a staunch Republican, right wing. Okay, who goes over to this is filmed during. I don't know. I assume it actually was filmed during, but the story itself based in COVID, the lockdowns and stuff. And so she goes to England because it's weird. So she does all these videos where she raps. She's rapping throughout the movie. And
okay.
And it's kind of two movies in one, because on the left side of the screen, there's like text, like these people, like, like a live stream, where they're like commenting. like there's all these comments, but you can't keep up with all of them if you're going to miss all the action. So they're literally, you have to watch it again to check out what all they're saying. But and it's just like it's very realistic the way they're commenting all the things that they're talking about. But anyway, she's rapping, and what she does is she says, if you capitalize it and put it and put it on my screen, you know, and type it, then I'll add it into my rap somehow. You know.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But she goes over to England and to her more liberal friends, and so it's this guy who she was in a band with, and his wife or girlfriend, and she immediately, you know, this girlfriend not a fan, you know. But I liked it, and I did read some reviews where people were like, "Oh, she was annoying. She was great." Nah, those girls from Five Across the Eyes was annoying. I didn't find her to be annoying at all. I thought she was funny, but I liked it. Like as far as like the movie itself, when it gets into it and gets crazy, it's more along the lines of those VHS movies. Did you see any of that stuff?
Oh,
The
yeah,
VHS?
for sure.
So that the sort of crazy stuff that happens is more in line with that than anything else that I could really compare it to. But overall, I liked it. I thought it was a good movie. You know, it's definitely interesting.
Okay.
Up next was a Lonely Way to Die. This was just about people rock climbing and found a girl who was basically kidnapped and trying to get ransom for her. Up next was a little short film called The Demons of Dorothy. That's on Shudder. Rewatch of Studio 666. I rewatched Slaughterhouse. I know you're a fan of that movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Blade, the House of Cuffin. It's that movie where I think it's like the beginning of the pilots of that show that didn't really go anywhere. Predator 2 rewatch, Crimson Peak rewatch, Saint Agatha rewatch, Off Season, which is a new one on Shudder. It's pretty good. It wasn't too bad. I can't say it's great though. Rewatch of Return of the Living Dead Part 3. Are you a fan of this movie?
The third one is it the one with Sid Haig in it?
No.
Okay. I don't recall.
I think you're thinking of Night of the Living Dead or something.
I am thinking of Night of the Living Dead.
Night of the Living Dead 3D or some shit. No, this is Return of the Living Dead. This is the one where it's the guy who's in love with the girl, and they go and they see his dad's involved in these experiments about reanimating people back to life. Anyway, they run away together, but then they have an accident and she dies and he takes her back, and it's just her, the redhead, and she goes and she comes back to life, and so she's back to life, and she's not like brains, right? She's talking and stuff. She's normal to a point, but then she starts getting hungry, and the only thing that really satisfies the hunger is either eating people or cutting herself, like putting things into her skin. Have you not seen this movie?
No.
Oh my God! Put this at the very top of your list, the very extreme top of your list. I love this movie. Like, I absolutely love it. Do you like any of the Return of the Living Dead movie? Have you've seen some of them? Right?
Yeah.
You've seen the first one with Elena Quigley and all that. I mean, I love the first one. I mean, it's great. It has a lot of comedy in it. It's great. I wasn't too big of a fan of the second one, but this third one is at my absolute favorite, and I guarantee you will like this movie. I can't say enough good things about it. I love this.
All right, I'm putting it at the top of my list, but I'm not going to lie to you. As you're telling me about it, I'm like, oh my God, it sounds like a formula movie. But no,
a formula movie.
That's what I call them. A formula.
What's that mean?
A formula movie to me is guy meets girl, they fall in love, go meet the parents, and she dies, and then she, comes back from the dead. I'm like, God, have I seen this movie like how many times? But no,
okay.
But it's so much more than that. Okay.
I'm not explaining it then.
Okay.
No, this is the best. This is absolutely the best one, I think. Anyway, that movie is fantastic. I love it. I can't say enough things about it. So after that, I decided I would watch Return of the Living Dead. I think it's part 4. Necropolis. Maybe I've never even seen this movie before. Maybe I did. I totally forgot it. I don't know. Anyway, this movie is just a steaming pile of crap. It's no good. I don't know what happened about third that made it so good at the writer, director, whatever, but it's just like you don't usually get that with the third movie, you know.
Not usually. So that's really surprising. So yes, note to self: Mike's top of his list: Return of the Living Dead 3. Is that right?
Part 3. Yep, that's
Part
it.
3. Got
Part
it.
3.
Okay.
Fantastic. Up next was a little TV show on Netflix called First Kill.
Okay.
This is that new show about the girl who's a vampire who falls in love with the girl who's the vampire hunter.
I've seen the trailer for it. Didn't really seem like anything I'd be interested in. So, but Netflix usually has good shows though. So, what were your thoughts?
I mean, I liked it. Okay. I mean, it's not like it's not. I mean, I don't want to say it's like teenage. It is teenagey, you know. It is, you know, sort of catered toward teenagers. But there are some other things that you go, oh, that really doesn't seem like that would be for teenagers. But, I mean, I didn't love it, but I liked it. I liked it. Okay.
Okay.
Up next was some rewatches: All About Evil, She-Wolf Rising. Then I rewatched Model Hunger. Have you seen Model Hunger?
No, I haven't.
That one's on Tubi. That is got Lynn Lowry in it. You know, who she's been in 3 of my movies. So she's
cool.
Well, actually, Debbie Rashawn. Lynn Lowry is the star, and it's got Tiffany Shepis in it. It's got Kaylee Williams in it, who's also been in one of my movies. Yeah, so it's on. So I like the movie. The performances are good as far as Lynn Lowry does a great performance. It does suffer from cinematography, and maybe the coloring is off, but the cinematography, some of the stuff is really bleached out. Like, you know, it's not something you expect from. It's not something you would expect from like Debbie Rashawn, who's done hundreds of movies, you know. But I don't know what happened with it, but it's definitely worth a watch, though. I think. I mean, there are some things in the story that maybe could have been changed up a little bit, but when she starts ranting, Lynn Lowry, you know, she can really give it her all. So up next was I did a little movie called Return to Blood Fart Lake. If you recall, I watched the first one not too long ago. This was even more insanity, probably even more over the top than the other one. I like these movies though; they're just so goofy and silly. Up next, so I caught up a little bit of Joe Bob. I'm way behind on Joe Bob, but I caught up on a couple. The Monster Club and Tenebrae was on there. The last movie I watched was on Hulu. It's called The Free Fall.
Okay, The Free Fall. I think I've seen that one actually.
Okay.
Free Fall. Yeah. And I'm going back to, you said the Monster Club. Have you seen the documentary on it?
I think you're talking about the Monster Squad.
Oh, I am. Oh my God, I totally got them mixed up. Did you know that there was a documentary on Monster Squad? Because no one seems to know that.
Wolfman Got Nards. Yeah, I've seen it.
Dude, it's so good. I had such a hard time finding that documentary, and it was so good.
Yes, streaming on Vudu right now, I believe. No, the Monster Club. That's Vincent Price.
Oh, okay. All right, that's kicking it back old school. All right.
John Carradine and Donald Pleasance is in it actually.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, but it's good. It's really good.
You saw that on that's on Joe Bob, right?
It's on Shudder. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All
That's
right.
on Shudder.
Cool.
That's all I got. Tell me what you've been watching.
All right. Well, my list isn't as long, but it's all right. So I did watch a movie. It's 1975. It's Trilogy of Terror. It's 3 shorts. Karen Black is in all 3 of them.
Yes.
I can't say that I hated it. I kind of liked it. Even for 1975, I thought it was really good. I did do a rewatch of Incident in a Ghostland.
Yeah.
Fucking love that. I love that movie. So I saw it when it first came out, and I've been wanting to watch it again, just never got around to it. Finally took some time and watched it, and damn, that's a good, like, I would go back and watch it a third time. I love it that much. I did. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
well, I was gonna say the only tragic thing about that movie is I don't know how it was ever settled or resolved, but the girl that gets her face smashed in the mirror. Apparently she really got cut on that, and she sued the production company, I think, for it. So I don't know whatever happened there with all that, but
no shit. Oh wow, that's a fun fact because I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I did go to the movie theater. I haven't been to the movie theater in God, I can't remember when, but
Oh,
saw
wow.
a movie called Watcher.
Okay. How good was it?
I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay. No.
It was a super slow burn, and here's the sad part is that, you know, you go to the movies and they're like, oh, there's 30 minutes of previews, and you're like, oh, the movie's 2 hours, and I was like, all right, I got about 45 minutes. I've got to use the restroom. I got up, I come back. This movie was so damn slow. I come back and there's all this gore. I'm like, what the fuck did I miss? I missed there's maybe 5 good minutes, and damn it, it was when I got up and went to the restroom.
This has
Pretty
got the
disappointing.
girl. This has got the girl from It Follows in it, right?
Yeah. No, you know, great actress, really good actress, but the movie itself, meh.
Yeah.
I watched. I've been watching a lot of. I've been watching a lot of shorts lately.
Okay.
So here's a here's a couple of them. So I watched a short called Still Life. It's it's a short. I think you can watch it on YouTube. I think it's where I watched it at. But it's about mannequins.
Okay.
It's pretty good. I mean, dude, if you got like, I think maybe 10 minutes, is definitely worth 10 minutes. I watched another short called There Are Monsters. For me, that one was a total slow burn. It was creepy as shit, but it was really, really slow.
Right.
Another short that I watched, I saw this one when it first came out years and years ago. It's called Rubber Johnny.
Oh, Rubber Johnny. Yeah.
That's
I've seen that.
that's a oldie but a goodie. It just kind of randomly popped up. I'm like, oh my god, I love this.
I've forgotten all about that.
Me too. It's something twins that do it. Apex Twins, I think. But they apparently do like a lot of little shorts like that. So I did watch one. It's called Using Your Rape Fear Phantasmic Mask.
Wait. What did you say?
Yes.
Using your rape fear phantasm mask?
Yes. It's what it is it's a fake infomercial. And you're watching this and you're going, what the fuck? Because I actually think they took some clips from some real infomercials.
Oh my god.
But it's maybe 3 or 4 minutes, but it's pretty out there. So you've got to check that one out for sure. Let's see what else have I watched. We talked about this a week or so ago, but so it's a song, but it's great. It's a music video, but it's almost like a horror short, and it's called Where What, which is The Ill, and it's by the Eighth Conflict.
Right. Yeah.
And what do you think of that?
It was crazy. Yeah. It was interesting that, especially when it started showing. I don't want to give it away, but when it gets there,
I'm like, wait for it. But see, I hate slow burns, right? So I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? But then but it's short, so it could keep my attention span. And I was like, wait a minute, what is? When it was over, I was like, what the fuck did I just watch? It was good though. I watched a movie earlier today called Possum. Have you seen it? It's a 2018. It's a British psychological film. Man, it was all I could do to sit through that damn thing. It was very artistic and the acting was awesome, but the movie itself was really, really slow. It's about kind of an outcast. He's a puppeteer.
Yes, I have seen that. Yes,
have you seen it? Yeah,
I have.
I probably wouldn't recommend it.
I mean, I watched it once and I barely can remember it. But
Yep, I could see why. Right before the podcast, I did a rewatch. One of my favorites, Circus of the Dead. It's one of my favorites, 2014. It's a movie by Billy Pond. I love this movie so much because I watch I have this weird thing with clowns. I fucking love clowns, but Papa Corn is probably one of the damn creepiest fucking clowns ever to me. Have you seen Circus of the Dead?
Yes, yes.
Love it. I love it. But that's all I have on my list.
Okay. You were talking about that infomercial thing, and it made me think of a movie. Have you seen this movie? It's the WNUF Halloween special.
No.
You haven't seen that movie?
No.
I recommend that movie. It's a fake out kind of a thing. It's wild because it looks like it's a TV program, like an old TV program from like the 80s or something, and they're just telling you about some things, and there's even commercials in it too, so it makes it look really realistic that they're going to this this haunted house thing, Halloween special thing, and then it gets crazy at the end. I just like it because it just looks so realistic.
And it's different, right? It's different.
Yeah, oh, definitely crazy different. I heard the story of to promote it, the directors, they would make VHS copies of it and just leave it lying around places because if you just pick it up and watch it, you're like, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah.
And it does have that VHS look to it, which is
and
good.
tell me the name of it again. One more time.
It's called it's called WNUF Halloween Special.
Okay. I'm gonna have to look that up then.
Yeah, do it. All right. You ready to talk to Hack?
Yeah.
See what he's doing?
Yeah, let's see what he's up to.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
All right, guys, and now we're talking with Tony Hack Covington. Tony is a kind of jack of all trades. He does a lot of different stuff, but he is first and foremost a horror host, which I can't say enough good things about horror hosts. I grew up with them and everything. Just love them. But he acts, and he's always in the horror community doing lots of things. Tony, how's it going, man?
Hi, kids. Sorry, I had to throw my stick in there, man. No, I'm doing great, brother. I'm happy to be talking to you. Happy to talk to Bridget there, man. I hadn't seen you in a while, and then when I seen you there at FranklinCon, man, I jumped up out of my seat. I was ready to hug you.
Yeah, it was good. It was good to see you there, man. So now tell Bridget kind of what you do now. Like I said, you're a horror host. You're kind of at least at the very least East Tennessee's horror host. And
I am the greatest horror host ever of all time.
Of all time, okay.
And you host on YouTube, is that right?
No, I am banned from YouTube.
Oh shit. Hey, that probably means you're a good horror host then, probably.
I am banned from YouTube.
Okay.
But a whole lot of people bootleg my stuff, so it's all over YouTube. So
okay. All right.
Wow.
You can find it easy on there. No, I got like the Vimeo thing, and I got it all on Vimeo. And normally I put that link out on all kinds of shit online.
Yeah.
There's a Roku app if you got a Roku TV or something like that, or the stick.
Absolutely.
You can add it there. I'm on ASY TV, ASY TV. They were talking about cutting me off, limited on space, and I literally just posted a video telling them to go to hell. I'm staying on the network. And I'm also on the Monster Channel. You can catch me on the Monster Channel. I'm on a new thing from another host, Eulogy Mortem. I'm on the Tingler television.
Wow.
And like I said, Vol Boy on YouTube. He's got all my shit bootlegged on YouTube, so you can find it on YouTube. Just search Vol Boy and Axe Horror Show. You'll find that shit on there.
I'm still going back. Did you say the Tickler television? I mean,
It's the accent. No,
that's what I heard.
Close.
Hell, that's just as damn good.
Yeah. It's not a full tickle. It's just a little tingle.
Just a little tingle.
Yeah, tingler. Yeah.
That's right. Sounds just as good. I'm sorry, I had to go back to that. I don't even know what that is, or where you can even find it at. But all right.
So Tony, let's talk a little about how you came about doing this horror host stuff. Now, I grew up watching all the great horror hosts and stuff, and obviously, as we saw saw at Francacon, with the lines around the block for Joe Bob. It's still very prevalent to this day. How did you get into that whole thing?
I got into it. Joe Bob was one of those. When I was younger, I loved professional wrestling, loved it. And I loved horror host. And it wasn't I know this is sacrilegious to say this, it wasn't the films.
Yeah.
It was the host, these characters. I was like, who the hell are these people? Why is there a vampire explaining this movie to me?
Right.
I absolutely loved them. And I was very young. Actually, I was like maybe 8 years old. And I told my mom, I wrote down on a piece of paper, I told her, I said, one day I'm going to be a horror host and I will be a pro wrestler. And I thought $250 was a lot of money. So that's what I wrote down on it. I'm still waiting on my mom to pay up. She hasn't gave it yet, but I got into it very early. And then it was IMDb. I've been messing around on it because it has me as like 2017. And I'm like, no, I got super popular in 2017. I was like, I've been doing this since 2005. but
Wow.
But all those years, it was just old people that fell asleep with the TV on, because I'm more of a Jerry Springer car crash TV. You go to Walmart in the bargain bin and it's like Street Fights Uncut. I'm that guy.
Well, in your defense too, I mean, technology's come a long way. I mean, in 2005, we didn't have all the different places we can stream and many places out there. So I'm glad you kept going. I'm glad you kept going. And
that's exactly it. That was it. I was on. I started with making VHS tapes, and I was selling the VHSs out of the trunk of my brother's car, and giving them out, selling them. Yeah, so there's some old tapes, and they're like Wendy's training tapes. So you can like put it in, and I just Sharpied over it. So you can put it in, watch the early episodes, and then at the end you might learn how to use like the drink machine.
Nice.
That is so awesome.
I was doing those, and then finally I went down to the local cable station, and I kind of just walked in the door and told them what I wanted to do, and I was like, teach me, show me how. I had no clue. I was taking workshops and everything else, and I was making this crude, terrible show, and it was just coming on public access. But they were like, Tony, you're walking a very thin line. Like, we can't put you on when anybody's watching. They were like maybe like 3:30 in the morning. We'll give you an hour.
Okay.
And so I took it, and I kept going and going and going. But the professional wrestling I was doing was taking off, and everybody knew me from that. So I was popular from that. But then the cable station was like, look, we got to ban you. We got to take you off. You're doing too much. So they wanted to do that. And then when they did that, I was like, oh shit, what am I going to do? Well, luckily, Asai TV had caught wind of my show. And they were like, this is the weirdest, craziest fucking thing we've ever seen, and wanted to pick it up. And I said, please. And they were like, well, we're a streaming service and we're on every platform. I was like, I don't know what the fuck that means, but you already had me at hello. Like, let's do it. I was like, I have nowhere else to go. And with the Sci TV, everything went nuts. Now there's like, I'm in a video game as Hack. There's action figures of Hack. People are writing me from different states trying to buy my underwear.
Oh, shit.
And of course, I was like, hell no, I'm not going to sell you that. And they're like, I'll give you $500. I was like, here's my PayPal. I need your address. And people were showing me like toy displays and windows of this action figure. And all this time, like, I just kept working. I've never changed anything about the show. Actually, I got 16 new episodes that I'm working on right now. And they're probably going to be my darkest, wildest, craziest things I've ever done, because I felt like I got a little bit lighter. I was like, I'm acting too much like all the other hosts. I was like, I need to shake things up, like do something weird. So I'm working on those right now. But yeah, it blew up and it was everywhere. Then everybody's watching, and like all these other networks picked up and different streaming channels. And then movie offers came in, and some of the movies I play a character, and I'm like, I'll do whatever. I'll do it just to help you out, or I'm the script supervisor, and then I'm carrying lights. I'm like, I'll just hang out with you guys and help you make the movie, and then go home.
Well, I was going to talk about that, Tony, because you also act in movies, right? How long you been doing that?
That I've been doing probably like the past couple of years, maybe 3 years now. I've been doing like the movie stuff, and it started with one movie, and I played like 3 characters in that movie. And I was like, man, that was fun. And then other films, like I'm just reading the script and I'm just reading it out to the other ones to, it popped up. I just flew out to Texas not too long ago to do a cameo. And now I'm getting offers to be not a character in films, but to be Hack in these movies. And it's the funnest thing ever.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
The last one I did, like I just did cameo spots for a new SOV horror film. I did a couple other ones I got coming up, but one I did was my favorite. I flew out to Texas to do this cameo in a Slash and Chill production, Tapeworm Z, and they wrote the part completely for me, and I was like, this is so fucking cool. And then I did it, and I walked over to the director, and I was like, man, Jake, you got to take me out of your movie. I was like, I'm the worst actor here, and I'm playing myself in the film. I'm going to fuck it up. I was like, I'm going to ruin this. Like, you don't need me. And he's like, no, it's going to be great. The funny thing is, I was going to wear my T-shirt, and he's like, no, you can't wear it. I'm like, why? He's like, because there's a homeless man who gets killed, and he's wearing your T-shirt. I was like,
oh no.
I was like,
so
that's.
Is it? I'm just curious. Is it only horror movies that you've been in, that you've acted in?
Yes, horror comedies, and that's like for Hack. If I'm doing stuff and you want me to be Hack, if it's not a sci-fi or a horror film, I can't do it, because there'll be a lynch mob at my door. Like, how dare you? But if it's another movie, like, and I read it and it sounds good, like, I'll play anything. And a few companies have like seen skits and different things that I've done, and they're like, they've talked to me about it, but a lot of them, they're like, but I also seen the show, so I just want to put Hack in there. Like, got some stuff with Strange Films coming up later on. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. Also with Donald Farmer, they're the Debbie Does Demons.
Oh, really?
He plans on killing Hack next month for that film. Hack will pop up and he'll just die, and I can't fucking wait to do it.
Death scenes are the best.
Yeah, and I always want to go 2 ways with them. I'm like, if you're gonna kill me, I was like, completely butcher me, blow me up with a bazooka, rip my limbs off, and I was like, or I'm not looking and I step off a cliff, or I slip on a banana peel, or I'm scratching my ass and my back breaks. I was like, either kill me in a really dumb way or in a really brutal way. I was like, don't give me don't just knife me. I was like, run my fucking head over with a car or something like
that. Hey, that's me too. I totally understand that. I get it. You're going to do it big. Do it big.
And those are the type of movies that I love. And actually, one of the movies that I love, man, is the anthology movie You Made. I love that.
Who made?
Yes.
Oh, you watched it?
Man, I watched that thing. Yeah, a lot. Like, I love that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad you watched it. It's a little interesting concept. We try to find a way to blend them all together, to get all the shorts to, tie in.
No, man, you're making awesome stuff. Like honestly, like I get people come up to me, they like want a picture, they want an autograph, they're already wearing my t-shirt. They've never seen my show, and I was like, damn, I'm a good salesman, because they've never fucking watched it, but they know who I am. And I'm like, this is perfect. You already bought all the merch. I was like,
it just looks cool, man.
Yeah, but half the time I'm so flattered, man. Like when you see me at those conventions, like I'm just happy. I'm still the same guy at the conventions, hanging out. Like the first time I met Joe Bob was at the Full Moon Tattoo and Horror Convention. He just had. I was standing in line to meet him. Someone tapped me on the shoulder, and I turned around, and they were like, "Are you Hack?" I was like, "Yeah, ain't it cool as fuck? We're gonna meet Joe Bob."
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome.
I was like, "This is awesome." They're like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Come on, I'll give you stickers later." I was like, "Let's get some fucking signed shit from him, though."
What are some of your other horror host influences there? I mean, like Elvira, Vampira, Svengoolie. Who all did you like?
It was Joe Bob was one that I always loved.
Yeah.
Elvira was one that I loved, but not for just by looking at her. I was like, I'm in love. Beautiful woman. So I watched everything she did just so I could just stare at her. And then actually it was Tales from the Crypt with the Crypt Keeper.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I have 2 award-winning tattoos of the Crypt Keeper. I got one on the leg that's more the cartoon with the 3D glasses, and then a portrait of him on my arm. And I got so much like collectible stuff. I watched the cartoon, and that really did it for me. Like I discovered Joe Bob when he did the TNT show, Monster Vision. But before that, a lot of kids won't know what we're talking about, but before there were streaming services or anything like that, there was just like basic TV, which was like 3 channels, and then there was cable, and then if your dad knew a guy, he'd go buy this box, and it was called a D-Scrambler box, and you could get pay-per-view. You get pay-per-view for free. So I'm staying up late at night, and I'm just clicking the AB button nonstop on the remote control, because the AB button for some reason made the picture work better. And I'm watching just Tales from the Crypt up all night, and it was strange, I guess, because life for me early wasn't easy at all. It's still not easy for me now. I'm probably I'm the most poor famous person in the world, like way below like Gary Coleman or anybody else. Like everybody knows who I am, but I have like they're like, oh, 1 million views. I'm like, cool, $0. But it was hard for me. So it was people and the horrible things I can see people do that terrified me. Anything macabre or monsters or anything like that never bothered me. Never. I was obsessed with them very young. And the Crypt Keeper, that voice, those big blue Chucky eyes, I loved him. He was a heavy influence. And that's what made me fall in love with anthology shows, because he was a host, but he was just telling you like these stories, and like he let the stories kind of speak for themselves, and he'd pop up in between.
Right. Yeah.
That's a good one. I've probably seen every episode, at least twice. At least twice. And if you go back and look, there's actually a lot of like big name actors and actresses in Tales from the Crypt. I mean, so I have all of them on Blu-ray. I'm actually obsessed. Some of my favorite ones, like there's one with Patricia Arquette. I've probably seen that one like 5 times. Yes. Where she's in love with the Scarecrow. I love that shit. Yes. But there's a lot of big names in there to just be kind of low budget the way it was. It's it's so good. I mean, that's one show I can watch over and over and over again.
Same.
Yeah.
All these legendary actors and actresses. like it's like holy shit. It's like part of the deal. If you wanted to be in Hollywood, it's like, okay, I need you to do this I need you to do this Nintendo commercial and this Tales from the Crypt episode, and then we can talk about movies.
Yeah. Yep.
What do you think it is, Tony, about the horror host that's endured for so long? Like, it seemed like, it makes sense that back in the day, without all these new technology and streaming services, that it was sort of a template that we actually watched. But all these the younger generation, what do you think it is that they are attracted to the horror host?
That is so hard to say, and I think it survived for so long because it was it was just really cheap programming. You could have the guy on there do the weather, then you could have him later on host the monster movies when they came on and just introduce them. And then as it went, there was a little bit of a drought spell, Ben, but there were some hosts like Halloween Jack and a few others, man, like the Dead Vault. These guys, like dedicated themselves to it, and they gave a shit when nobody else did, and it endured for so long. And I think it was just those campy characters, like, and they sort of belong to you because you didn't really know about any other ones, only that one that came on in your area,
local.
So, yeah, and it was like your guy, and you could tell people about it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we watched it." And Svengoolie, I have to say, like he's the undisputed king. I mean, he's been around forever and still going strong, and he's got his Me TV deal.
Right.
Joe Bob's coming back. He's got that nostalgia pop to him.
Yeah.
But it endured forever, and that's the thing. Like when I seen it in the way it was, and when I was doing stuff, I was like, man, I'm not a vampire. I'm not a monster. I was like, I am a monster, but not like how they do it. I was like, they called me like a normie, but I'm not. I was like, I want to change this. I was like, I don't want to do the same format. I was like, I want to be unapologetic. I was like, I want to be Mr. Rogers for grown-ups. So my style of it was completely different. And it's like the last guy from the Crash TV, that Gen X, like, thing going on, and I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. I'll just freestyle it out there. Unapologetic and don't pull no punches, and I think that's what set me apart for it to grow like so big and so fast, because they were like, holy fuck, like this guy's like, he said he didn't have a horror movie, so he started reviewing it like a porn scene. and stuff like that, and it changed it, but that's it endured just by going out there and still being that fan and still connecting with all those people. Like anything I do, it's not because I want to take pictures with people and stuff like that. It's because I want to meet them. I want to talk to them. I want to hang out with them because that's who I am. Like I'm just like, I got a table there, but I just want to hang out with everybody. Like,
right.
And have a good time and keep it at the forefront. And, some of them are kind of set in their ways, man. They got that old school mentality. They don't want to change. But I was like, man, you gotta evolve with all this stuff. But I don't know how in the hell it endured, but I really think it was just those characters and all the connections they make with so many different people. And you kind of like own every host that was in your area. I know everything's global now and everybody knows about everybody, but I think it really endured just because it was yours.
Yeah. Speaking of that, so you're in Tennessee, so I know you're familiar with Dr. Gangrene, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Bridget knows a little bit about it. She's worked with him.
Really?
Yeah, we've acted together. We were in a movie called Deadlines. It's the Flickering Candle Productions film. It was actually the first movie that I was ever in. And we have a pretty cool scene together. And I remember talking to him. I didn't even know who he was, honestly, until after. And he was like, hey, you work with George Law? And I was like, yeah, this is my first film. And he was just so nice and so welcoming and just made me feel so comfortable. We had a pretty gory scene together. So, but he's great to work with. He's a really, really cool, down to earth dude. Really cool.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
I would love to meet him and talk to him sometime.
Yeah, awesome.
I would. He was one of them, and I loved. I'm in Knoxville, and I would watch his show because I was a tape trader. Like, I'm like, here's this wrestling from Japan. If you give me that tape, you have
Yeah.
Dr. Gangrene. And that's how I started discovering like different hosts, was like tape trading, because I'd find a new one and I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And I'm like, how many of these weirdos are out there? But I want to know all of them. And I started that way, and now I'm happy for the interweb, because I was able to look them all up and watch them all. That's incredible. Cool. You got to do a gory scene with him.
Yeah. I really want to give it away. I really want to tell you, but you should. The movie's not out yet to see. You can't stream it anywhere, but no, it's awesome. It's really, really good. There's even some, if you get a copy of the Blu-ray, we have some good behind the scenes footage of him and I together. It was a really good time. It's fun.
Oh, when that movie comes out, please let me know, or I'll keep up. And as soon as it does, I'm gonna get a copy of that.
I'll tell you what, you message me and I'll see if I can send you a copy of it. How about it?
That would be amazing.
Cool.
That would be amazing.
Cool. All right. Awesome.
All right. Well, now we're going to do a little segment. This is the first time we've done this. This is called Quotes. Bridget is the undisputed quote champion, according to her.
No, not really.
I'm going to lose this.
Dude, okay. Here we go.
So we're going to do just a few quotes. All I'm going to do is read the quote. You tell me what movie it's from. Okay?
All
right. Who wants to go first?
I don't know. You read them out and we'll just, Tony, let's just go at it and see who can get it first. How about it?
Yeah. You want to go that way?
Yeah, let's do it.
These are easy. These aren't hard. I don't think they're hard. Well, maybe one is, but anyway. Here we go. I have to return some videotapes.
That is The Ring.
Clerks. Damn.
What did you say?
I think I said Clerks.
Clerks?
I said The Ring.
Nope, neither one. Neither one you got.
Dude, I was going with the videotapes. Damn, it was the first thing to come to my head.
I have to return some videotapes. American Psycho.
Oh, wow. I don't remember that quote. Okay.
Patrick Bateman. Yeah, that was one of his big things at the end.
I should have known that. That's one of my favorite movies.
This one is older. Think older here. There will be food and drink and ghosts, and perhaps even a few murders. It's black and white.
Oh, shit.
House on Haunted Hill.
There you go, man.
Wow. Yes.
Hell yeah, that's it.
All right. He's got one on me.
All right. You ready for number 3?
Number 3.
Yes.
This one's easy, I think. I'm not going to tell you the last line, but here goes. Welcome to prime time.
Oh, that's Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, there you go.
Welcome to prime time, bitch.
Which one?
Number 3.
There you go.
Yes.
Right.
That's my favorite one. Number 3.
All right. This one's easy. Number 4. We have such sights to show you.
Pinhead, Hellraiser.
Yeah.
Yep. The Cenobites.
There you go.
Yep.
That's it.
I just had the t-shirt on.
That's it. All right. And the last one is I'm scared to close my eyes. I'm scared to open them.
I keep want to say like I was watching it. That's not even a horror movie. Okay.
Me when I'm drinking.
It's found footage.
Blair Witch.
There you go.
Oh, he just guessed on that one. He didn't really know. He was guessing.
As soon as he said found footage, I was going to be like Blair Witch. If he said no, I was going to be like Hannibal Holocaust. I was just going to start throwing them all out.
Yeah. That's awesome.
There we go. That's quotes.
Good quotes. Love it.
Damn, I'm sweating now.
Bridget, you got any other questions?
Tony, I have one question for you. What
Yes.
if you have one, what is your favorite horror movie of all time?
Ooh, shit. Um, After I answer this, I will tell you which one of my children I love the most too. Uh, this if I could pick one film, that I love the most, it would be. I'll tell you which one I would pick, and then I'll tell you which would be the strong, like, second place.
Okay.
Okay.
The number one would be The Wishmaster.
That's
Um,
okay.
Okay.
I have a massive tattoo of the Wishmaster on my leg. And actually, when I met Andrew, I ran up to him, and I had a table at Days of the Dead. I think it might have been Kentucky, or it might have been in Atlanta. But Andrew was there. I ran up to him, said, Andrew, great to meet you. I got to show you something. He's like, what? And I started undoing my pants in front of everybody. And he just looks back. He's like, oh, you do got to show me something. I was like, oh, no, it's not what you think. It's your face. And he's like, what? I'll send you that picture too. And I'm there at the convention with my pants down. And I'm like, look at this, man. It's a portrait of the Wishmaster. And he was flattered. He absolutely loved it. He did a cameo for the show. And he's got a picture, and I got like my pants down, and he's like pointing beside me, and he's still sitting down. And after I pulled him up, I was like, man, could you stand up and take a picture? So that way the only one picture I have of you is not like you pointing at me with my pants down.
So where exactly is this tattoo at?
It's on my left thigh. It takes up the whole thing.
Oh, okay. All right.
I have a bunch everywhere, but that one I was like, I gotta show you. And then later at Days of the Dead, everybody coming to meet me, I was like, man, cool, I'm popular here. They all walked up and they were like, did you hey, are you the guy that took your pants off in front of Andrew? I was like, yeah, that's me. Here's a sticker, don't bring that back up. I entered that at one Days of the Dead in the tattoo contest. And then at another one, yeah, man, that's how I met him. But that would be my favorite because first film came out, crazy looking monster, and you can't kill him. I was like, this is beautiful. How are they going to do it? And then in that film, he kills Kane Hodder, which is Jason.
Mm-hmm.
He kills Freddy, Robert Englund, and them. And then he kills Tony Todd, which is Candyman. So his first film out, he kills Jason, Freddy, and Candyman. And he was like, hey, this is the fucking new face of horror. The second one was great, and then they shit the bed on the next two. But that would have to be my all-time favorite horror movie ever. And a strong second place to that would be Clive Barker's Nightbreed.
Yeah.
Oh, Nightbreed's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm happy to say that I have one VHS with Andrew's signature on it. And since I showed him my tattoo, he was like, I'm going to put best wishes on here. I never tell nobody this, but I'm going to say best wishes to you for that. And then I have the one, and it's signed by the guy who played Boone in Nightbreed.
Yeah.
Which about freaked out over that. That was the monster movie that really, really got me super hooked when I was watching was Nightbreed.
Yeah.
If you said Midian's where the monsters live, I would have blew out everybody's eardrums. I would have been like, that's Nightbreed. I know that.
What about hardcore horror, Tony? I know you've watched a lot of that too, as well.
Oh,
like
my
extreme
God.
horror movies. Give us one that sticks out to you.
Oh, extreme horror movies. Ooh, man, that's hard to pick. I guess the entire Trauma catalog. A real extreme one. I love Hannibal Holocaust a lot. Or Cannibal Holocaust, I'm sorry. I love Cannibal Holocaust a whole lot for an extreme movie, even though it's older. But that's hard to pick. I know the cringiest one was when Hostel, the very first Hostel. I was like, shit, man.
Yeah.
If you want to pop me in a movie, you cut somebody's, Achilles heel, and every time I see that, I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, no, but I guess I'm a Trauma kid, so it'd have to say the entire Trauma catalog would be my extreme picks.
Okay.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, man. Well, we appreciate you coming on and everything. Let's talk a little bit about what you're going to be up to. What you got going on other than just your channel, which is in all these different places, Hacks Horror Show. Everybody can go check that out. Where are you going to be? I know you're always doing things. What you got going on?
Oh man. Yeah. I'm always all over the place, but as far as conventions coming up, there's one at Screenville, the haunted house in October. I'm doing a meet and greet there. I'll be hanging out at the haunted house. Hopefully they let me walk through it. I fucking hate haunted houses though. I'm always screaming. I'm like, motherfucker. Maybe they let me scare somebody with a chainsaw or something.
Yeah.
Is that in Knoxville?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I'll be there, Screenville. And I got so much shit. Let's see. I don't know where to start. It's June, right? It is June.
It's June.
We just got done with FrankenCon, which that was amazing. I hosted the film fest there. I brought along some other people because I'm terrible. So I brought some other people so I wouldn't look as bad because they're better.
It was a great con and super excited. They've already announced that they're going to have another one next year. So yeah.
Yes, and I will be at Bride of FrankenCon. I will also be hosting that film fest as well.
Nice.
That's going to be a whole lot of fun. July coming up. July, brother, I'll be hanging out with you. We'll be out there in Maryville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
At the AMS Haunted Attractions, man. We get to just sit and drink with me, and we listen to everybody make jokes about me. All those comedians are gonna roast my ass. I know they're waiting on it. That's gonna be a lot of fun, just hanging out with you, man. And we'll sit there and I'll bring some drinks with us, and we'll just have fun.
And where's that at? That's at the same place as last time?
Yes, but I told them I was like, listen up. I was like, you motherfuckers better have this, and this here, or I'm leaving. And they got it. They got it. We'll be hanging out there. That's July Fest. I got let's see. Holy shit, I'm messing this up. We got Super Ultra MegaCon in Colorado Springs. I'm a guest there. We got that coming up in December. We got Days of the Dead Atlanta. Maybe Indianapolis. I got Horror Hound Weekend in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Nice.
If you get on my Facebook page, look down that list because I got to go through it. I'll be in Cincinnati, Ohio this year. I'll be in Indianapolis, Indiana, Atlanta, Georgia coming up. We got some stuff in Pennsylvania coming up. Some stuff local here with FrankenCon.
Are you going to be at CreepyCon?
CreepyCon, I will. I was going to have a table there, but it conflicted with something else that I was doing.
Okay.
But I will be there on that Saturday.
Okay.
And I will be at the Mountain Oddities table doing some stuff there. So if anybody stops by, I'll be hanging out just for that day.
Well, I'll be there at that.
You'll be there?
Well. Mm-hmm.
Nice, man.
I should be there all three. Yeah.
We got some movie stuff coming up all over the fucking place as well. But so many cons. I hope I didn't miss any.
So you have so many things. You have so many things going on. So if listeners wanted to like find you on social media, I heard you say Facebook. So how would they find you? Just under your? Is it under your name, or is it Tony Hack Covington, or do you have it under something else?
It's both. If you get on Facebook there and you put in Tony Hack Covington, it should pull me up, and I'll be holding my spam eating trophy in the picture.
Okay.
If you get on there and you put in Hacks Horror Show, you can find me there. Instagram, Twitter, IMDb. IMDb, I don't even know how to fucking use, but it's there. There's lots of info and stuff on it.
Right.
All right. Okay,
but
cool.
yeah, any social media you pull up on, and especially like Facebook, If anybody writes me, I will always write back. It's me. I'm always the one man band. But yeah, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I just put every once in a while I might get on there. I don't know how to fucking use it yet either. You find me on all social medias. If you got a Roku, you can pop up. You can add the channel there. There's I think like 36 episodes on it right now. I got 16 in the chamber. I'm just trying to freak people out, and I'm like, what can I do to get completely banned from the entire world? Make sure I get that on there. You can. They got the action figure out. You can find that, and all that shit's on social media.
Awesome. All right.
Very cool, man.
Yeah,
Very
we'll
cool.
check it out for sure.
All right, man. Well, thanks for coming on.
Oh,
Really
thank
glad-
you guys. Thank you guys.
Really glad we got to, talk to you about all the stuff that you're doing, and glad that you're out there keeping horror going and promoting it and doing your horror hosting, which is just awesome.
So are you guys, though. You guys are doing some awesome things too. I'm a fan of both of you, so thank you. It means a lot being on here.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it was great talking to you, Tony. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, man. Take care. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
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 All right. You ready?
Yep.
And that was Hack. All right. What'd you think?
Oh man, he is so cool to talk to. And what a laid back dude. He is so cool.
Yeah, very chill. Man, he's got a lot of stuff on his plate. A lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. All right. Well, you got anything else?
I don't have anything else. You got something for me?
I've just got some Macabre Melodies for you.
All right, let's hear it.
And that's it.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. All right.
Definitely an 80s song for sure.
Okay.
Definitely 80s hairband
Okay.
type music. I don't recognize it though.
Okay. The song is called Dr. Steen. Dr. Stein.
Okay.
And the band, their name is Halloween.
Oh, okay.
You ever heard of them?
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, it's kind of an 80s vibe. But yeah, they've got a few different horror themes. Obviously, with their name Halloween, they would have a few. But that's Dr. Steen. Okay, up next, number 2.
Okay.
You might know this one. heard that one before?
I wish you could see me over here because I was sitting here like bobbling my head. It sounds like something from like Blue Velvet or something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it could be. I'm not sure if it's in the Velvet. It's been in a lot of movies actually. The one I can think of right now off the top of my head is at the end of Behind the Mask: The Rise of Leslie Vernon. Have you seen that movie?
Oh yeah, it's a great movie.
I love that movie.
I do
Love it.
too. I do too.
Anyway, the song's called "Psycho Killer." And it's by the Talking Heads.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. All right, I got one little score for you.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Ready.
All right.
No clue.
All right. Well, I featured this band before and this director before on here, but that is the main title by Goblin. Well, according to Joe Bob, it's not Goblin. It's three of the Goblins, not the whole Goblin, but Goblin, and from the movie Tenebrae.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, Dario Argento. You're familiar with that movie, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's a great movie. He does so much interesting music with his movies that they work though. They work.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. I'm surprised I didn't recognize that.
Well, it's not as pronounced as say like Suspiria and stuff, but
Yeah.
Still
Yeah.
pretty groovy.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I got.
Hey, it's all I got for you too. So, all right, awesome.
All right, Bridget. Till next time.
Keep it hard. Keep it hardcore.
Keep it hard. Yep. Stay hardcore.
Stay hardcore, Mike.
Yep. You do the same.
All right.
All right. Later.
Later.
Wow. That's hardcore.
Nothing harder.
Hardcore Horror with Mike and Bridget is a part of the Tennessee Horror Podcast Network.